What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be talking about Invincible Season 3, Episode 4, entitled You Were a Hero. Now, before we jump into that, if you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, you know, like and share. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And make sure you hit the alert bell so you never miss another video. And I think that's I think that's just about it. I think. Yeah, it's just about it. Do all of that stuff I just said. So let's jump right into this thing. You are a hero. This episode was kind of middle of the road for me. If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7. It wasn't bad, but it felt kind of slow to me. If you watched my podcast from earlier, you would understand why. But yeah, it felt kind of slow to me. The best parts of the episode were the action at the end, the post credits, the epilogue with Nolan and Alan the alien and Battle Beast all fighting to get out of that Viltrumite prison. That was like one of the best part. Like that part of the episode went really, really hard. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that. Alan did his thing, getting Nolan out of there and basically getting Nolan to get his fight back and get his confidence back. And we get some more lore dropped about the fact that there are only about 50 like pure blood Viltrumites left, so nobody will come looking for them, but it makes it easier for them to take them out. Nolan wants to get rid of the Viltrumites. Like I said, I have not read the source material, so if you have, please don't spoil it for anybody in the comment section. But yeah, I'm like really excited to see where this story goes. We know they have many more seasons to come. So yeah, like this season has been really good thus far when it comes to like the lore or whatever. And speaking of Viltrumites, towards the beginning of this episode, Mark is on demon time yet again. After he takes the basically the spy camera device that he destroyed or that exploded on him in the last episode. He takes it so that robot slash Rudy can look at it. They are not like Rudy's like attention is diverted in two places because the robot body is inspecting and he's up there doing something else. Monster Girl tells him that well, she hates when he does that. And understandably why that can be pretty annoying. Like I don't care if you are like a freaking robot or whatever you are. Focus. If you want to be more human, focus, pay attention. So I completely get it. So yeah, he can't really help him out, but he can tell that it is like a surveillance device or whatever. So what does Mark do? He goes to the Pentagon. He breaks into the Pentagon, basically commits treason, starts killing a whole lot of reanimate again. His suit is painted in blood. And that's when Cecil shows up and does a little ear thing with the cracking sound that's basically pumped into the walls, tells Mark that he is not the one spying on them, even though he actually is spying on them. But again, he wouldn't know because they hide it better than that. So yeah, I mean, we see Mark and Eve on their first real date, and that was a nice, touching moment. But it is interrupted by those time travelers that stole the Declaration of Independence. Their names are Dropkick Fight Master. One of them, who was voiced by Zolo Meriduena, aka Miguel, aka Blue Beetle. So that was cool. Like I'm glad my boy is getting some work. I'm glad he's getting some work. So they convince him to come into the future. He does not want to because he's on a date. They kidnap him anyway, basically. So he goes into the future, ends up seeing some timey-wimey stuff with another version of him, basically dipping into the portal to take his clothes. Even they're shocked that like he just has his suit on at all times. Um, but it gets to the future. They explain everything that's going on. Basically, it's a ruler of the world. The ruler of the world, the king, ends up being a very, very old immortal who's basically lost his mind. Says Mark left him there. He's basically ruling the planet, doing executions, all of this other crazy stuff. But the one thing he wants to do more than anything is die. He's forgotten Kate. He's basically forgotten everybody because he has lived so long. So he wants to die. He wants Mark to kill him. And what does Mark do? Well, Mark eventually, well, he just rips his head right off his shoulders, which was crazy. But I mean, an effective way to do it. Like Mark is really getting kind of brutal. He did not want to kill him though. Like Mark does not like to kill. This will be the second time he actually intentionally killed somebody because, well, let's just be completely honest. Langstrom, he killed him on purpose. He knew what he was doing. I don't want to hear that. He knew what he was doing. Langstrom was threatening his mom and his little brother. He did what he had to do. So let's just be completely upfront with that. Like he did what he had to do. So he does that. They take him back. He finishes off this wonderful date with Eve, and then they mm, they get it on. Like, like Mark gets the draws, if you know what I mean. Like yeah, they get it on. A funny moment with Mark's mom knocking on the door telling she hears something or whatever. It was a that whole date, that whole montage showing flashbacks of them when they were, when they were still just friends. Like that whole thing was great. Like I love Mark and Eve together, and this show is doing a good job of balancing the relationship and teenage as well, not teenagers anymore, but the relationship aspect with their hero lifestyles as well. And I can really appreciate that because that's good storytelling that shows growth. Now, Alan, Alan, yeah, like you're unbeatable, dog. Like anything they throw at you, it's not working. It's not working at all. Like you freed all these prisoners. I mean, that kind of backfired because they were basically like just glorified, target practice or whatever. They helped you, but then you free Battle Beast, and all Battle Beast wants to do is fight Viltrumite. So it's easy to convince him. But it was good to see my boy Battle Beast again. Like I said, guys, I give this episode a 7 out of 10. It's just a lot of slow moments for me. Like, another good moment towards the very beginning. Rex and Ray are out, grocery shopping, and she really wants to cook for the team, but then they're interrupted by a monster, so they have to go to work, basically. So yeah, I mean, this episode was good, but after those first three, I wanted a little bit more. Maybe I'm missing something, but I wanted a little bit more. But the stuff with Alan and the stuff with Nolan, that was amazing. Like that that made me sit up in my seat. Like legitimately, that was amazing. So guys, let me know what you thought about this episode down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.